No give back on Master P around the bluegrass? Negative contact on Master P around the bluegrass. Radio station Motormouth Mall cruising. Whoops, wrong channel. I didn't write that. I'm not taking any credit for that. That's Pink Floyd. It just sounds so doggone good, I had to play it one time. Motormouth Mall cruising, they got down, breaker, breaker. KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California, testing. KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California. KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California. Testing. I did hear somebody in there. Not the best copy yet, but we'll see if the band changes. This is KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California.
Hey, this is Whiskey 7 Lima, Tango Golf. We just got off the net here. We're in Nevada on this San
I did hear you say that you were just getting off the net and you're in Nevada. I heard a whiskey call, W. I did not get the first personal. I did not get the remainder of the call. But I'm over here in Santa Maria, California. The handle here is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November. And we're working a 40-watt carrier approximately, 35, 40-watt carrier, and an end-fed dipole. So I've got a little bit of noise over here. I'll try it again and see if I can't hear a little bit better on this end. This is KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California.
All right, you got W7 LPUT. Whiskey 7 I'm waiting. Main Francesca. And I'm on a Johnson Viking 2. Located in Nevada, near Pyramid Lake. So what kind of way? Loud, awfully loud here. And I thought I'd come back to you because it sounded good. Over.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That was W7LTT, I believe, W7LTT out around Pyramid Lake. And I appreciate the return. And by the way, I do have a little sample, I believe. We'll see if this works. I have a sample of what I heard from your station. If you can copy this, here, we'll see what happens.
LPUT. Whiskey 7. I'm waiting. Main Francesca. And I'm on a Johnson Viking 2. Located in Nevada, near Pyramid Lake. So what kind of way? Loud, awfully loud here. And I thought I'd come back to you because it sounded good. Over.
There you go. That is what I heard right there. And yeah, as you can see, I've got a little bit of a noise issue with my antenna, I believe. And the Johnson Viking 2 is working really well for you. I have a couple of those. I have two Johnson Viking 2s. I have two Johnson Viking Valiants. I have a Johnson Viking 500 and a couple of Johnson Rangers. So, yeah, very nice radios indeed. This radio here is it's a SDR from China. It's a USDR, the little blue box, for $169, $179 from China, and I've wired my own audio into it, and using the SDR play as a receiver on the end-fed dipole. I've got the little blue box feeding into a broadband commercial amplifier. and it requires 1 milliwatt in, and then I'm keying it at roughly about 40 watts, 35 to 40 watts right about now, and letting it do whatever it does. So that's what the station consists of. It's pretty simple, and the audio processing is created in a program on the computer called Live Professor, and so I use a couple limiters, noise gates, compressors, and such to generate the audio and keep the overshoots to a minimum and keep the audio sitting right at about 95% negative peaks and about 120% positive peaks right now. So that's what we're doing. Hello to you, W7LTT KC6MFX. John here in Santa Maria, California. Very good. Well, I'll make it a point to come out here a little bit more often then. And, yeah, let's see here. You mentioned the Collins 75 A3. Oh, I'm jealous. I had a 75 A4 a long time ago, and it was a very sad story. I was previously involved heavily in Citizens Band radio, and I wanted to get my license, so I got my license, I became a ham, and it wasn't very long after that I was walking past a house in Santa Monica, California, and there was an old rusted Yagi antenna up on the roof, and I thought I would knock on the door, and I talked to a very, very elderly ham who had a Collins KWS-1 up in his attic, and I asked him if he had a ham radio for sale that I could get started with, and he took me up and he showed me the Collins KWS-1 and said I could have it for $100 if I could figure out how to get it out of the basement or out of the attic. And so I got it out of the attic and I put it in my truck and I took it home and I was happy. And somehow I talked to the wrong people, and they let me know that it was a low-level modulated radio, and I thought the low-level modulation meant something bad in connotation compared to against, for example, high-level modulation, like a Valiant or a Viking 2 or something like that. And so anyway, I fell for it, and I thought, well, okay, I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to get a Valiant. And so in the meantime, I purchased a 75A4 receiver from a gentleman in Malibu, and I paid $100 for the receiver, and it had the matching speaker. And so I thought that I would really be able to get what I wanted if I sold the KWS-1 and the speaker and the 75A4 receiver and trade it for some cash and a Johnson Viking Valiant. And I did. And oh, what a mistake I made. I mean, I got the cash and I got a clean Valiant, but I didn't realize at the time that combination was worth about $3,500. Anyway, I've wanted a Collins 75A4 ever since then, and you just sparked that memory when you mentioned the 75A3. I have a couple of R390As, and I love the R390As, but I really, I really wish that I would have kept what I had. But you know, it's like an old car or something. You know, you don't realize quite what you had until you get rid of it. Sorry about that. I have a key down time here. Oh. The right frequency here. I was monitoring a different radio, and I was keying a different radio into a different load. Okay, well now we're 100% on the frequency now. I forgot to turn off a different transmitter, and I forgot that I was monitoring a different transmitter. That's bad. Anyway, I don't want to keep this key down too long, and I'll look forward to catching you again out here on the next Saturday between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock a.m. And I apologize if I had something weird going on there with the... I had something weird going on there. I can't get into it now, but I had something weird going on. Anyway, W7LTT, take care, 7-3s. Have a wonderful day, and hope you had a pleasant and happy belated Thanksgiving. Take care, 7-3s. This is KC6 MFX Santa Maria, California. Over to you, Liberty.
All right, very good. I was talking to two guys on at 9 o'clock. You might be interested. They both have Collins KW1, and we both have KW Sugar 1. And they were talking on the KW1 today. Those things put out a lot of power. Now they're going for about $18,000 if you want with KW1. Crazy. The KW Sugar 1, they're really interesting transmitters too. There's a lot of work going into those. You got to keep them up. But Kevin down there in W6AKN works on KW Sugar 1. And he spent a lot of time getting that thing correct. In fact, I think he will read in his book getting that thing working really well. He was on the KW1. They're all moving in here, 30 over 9 here at Sand Springs. And here I'm running a Johnson Viking 2 with 135 watts, doing about 400 watts off peak. And this microphone is not a C-Mile 4 non-amplified, so they're put on the microphone. And it's just blasting me in here with the echo. You have an echo in there too. And so it sounds like you're very powerful. And you're getting me 20 over 9 here. Really good signal. You must have a high noise level over there. I guess here in town, you have much higher noise level. I can see really well over my transmitter. Anyway, have a good day, John. Yes, Francesca, look me up on Story's Edge. It looks like a blonde girl up there on the top page. And you can see my equipment here. John, Francesca, and 73.
All right there, Francesca. I'll definitely look you up on line there. And yeah, that 135 watts of carrier on the Viking 2. I don't know if that might be a little bit on the high side, but it sounds good. It's working. You say about 400 watt peaks. And I don't know if you've looked at it or not, if you've tried, but there's if I'm not mistaken, it's very much like a Johnson Viking Valiant, in so much as there's an audio filter in line. I think there might be a 6CL5 clipper, and there's an audio limiter, a bandpass limiter circuit in there that you could possibly jump and bypass. But it sounds really good, really clean, real clear. You said the microphone is a non-amplified D104. And I've got 20 over 9 signal strength on you. I do have a little bit of a noise level here, and I'm not sure why my receive is as it is. But let me, I'll give you a quick little playback too of that last transmission, and you can hear what I've got on this SDR receiver. By the way, I saw an ad, I believe it was on Marketplace or Facebook, one of the two around my area, as somebody claimed that they had a KW1 transmitter and they were asking $18,000 for it. And I was like, wow. But I guess that is what they go for. Let me play this back for you once.
At 9 o'clock, you might be interested. They'll have, they both have Collins KW1, and we both have KW Serial 1. And they were talking on the KW1 today. Those things put out a lot of power. Now they're going for about $18,000 for one of KW1. Crazy. The KW Serial 1, they're interesting transmitters too. There's a lot of work going into those that you got to keep them up. But Kevin down there in W6AKM works on KW Serial 1. He spends a lot of time getting that thing correct. In fact, I think he will listen to book on getting that thing working really well. Even on the KW1, they're all moving in here, 30 over 9 here at Grand Springs. And here I'm running the Johnson Viking 2 with 135 watts, doing about 400 watts off peak. And this microphone is not a T-Model 4 non-amplified, so they're put on the microphone.
I probably...
I mean, it's just blasting me in here with the echo. We have an echo in here too. And so it sounds like it's very powerful. And you're getting 20 over 9 here. Really good signal. You must have a high noise level over there. I guess if you're in town and you have a much higher noise level, I can see really well over my transmitter. Anyway, that was a good day, John. Yes, Francesca, look me up on Story's Edge. It looks like a blonde girl up there on the top page. And you see my equipment here.
Okay, there you go. That was the playback of your transmission, and it definitely sounded real good, and I'll look you up on QRZ.com. Take care, 7-3s, and have a wonderful day. It's good to put I haven't been out here in many years. I made one contact on this frequency approximately 2 weeks ago to a gentleman in the northeast corner, Pennsylvania, I believe, or Pittsburgh, and I forget his call. RHR, I believe, might have been the suffix. At any rate, I'll look forward to doing this again in the near future. Take care, 7-3s, W7LTT, KC6, MFX, and I hope the playback was okay.
You sound really clear over here. So, wow, what a difference quality of sound. I can hear myself, but it's not very clear to me, and very good. I just want to let you know that I'm also on Mondays and Wednesdays on the AMI net, the West Coast, and that's on 3870. Those guys, if you want to hear about this, and I started at 8 o'clock on 3870. Northwest AMI net. We're trying to get more people up north to talk on their AM equipment. There is no nets up here at all. So they're just sitting on their AM equipment not doing much. But on 3885, good morning to about 7. Those guys talk on 3885 in Washington, Oregon, Montana, stuff like that. So I am talking to those guys in the morning as well. So anyway, yes. Maybe we can talk more on Saturday morning. We have a great signal coming in for 40 watts. I wish I came in a lot better over there, but maybe it's use NCR. We have to keep some time. Get with Waste and the Noise. 73s are done. Have a good one. Look me up on QRZ, and then you'll see all the equipment, even some nice cars that I have, too. Anyway, 73 from W7. Love that girl.
All right, very good. You really got a good copy on the very last part of that, by the way. Let me play that back, the last part back here.
We have a great signal coming in.
It gets stronger.
I wish I came in a lot better over there, but maybe I need an SDR. We have to shoot sometime. Get away Waste and the Noise. 73s are done. Have a good one. Look me up on QRZ, and then you'll see all the equipment, even some nice cars that I have, too. Anyway, 73 from W7. Love that girl.
There you go. All right. I'll look that up. And by the way, I like cars as well. I do a little bit in the car world. I haven't been active lately, but I've got a Chevelle that is kind of fun. A little Pro Street quarter-mile car. Anyway, all right. I'm going to get back and go grab some coffee. And we'll come back here a little bit later on. We'll look on the on 3870 and 3885 as the this radio does cover 10 through 80 meters, and it's a, like I told you, it's a little SDR transceiver that I got from China, and I'm feeding it with my own audio, and I have to leave it in frequency modulated mode to be able to amplitude modulate it. I know that doesn't make sense, but the driver, or I should say the final in the radio actually is in class C mode during amplitude modulation, during FM, and it's linear during amplitude. It's actually it's a class E thing. But so I put it in FM, and that biases it back to class C, and then I superimpose the audio directly onto the drain of the MOSFET transistor to get the amplitude modulation. So that's how we're doing it over here. So anyway, the receiver on it, I don't know if it even works very well or not. I just use a Dow key relay, and then I use the SDR receiver, and generally the receiver works fairly well, but my antenna, I believe, might be oriented kind of weird or something. I'm not sure. I did go through a lot of effort on this antenna. The antenna is it's an end-fed dipole, which isn't really it's an end-fed half-wave, which really isn't a big deal, except for most people claim that the end-fed half-waves don't require a counterpoise ground. And since I put 32 counterpoise ground wires in for the shunt-fed tower, which is a 75-foot tall tower that I have shunt-fed for 75 and 160, I decided to use the counterpoise ground as the ground for the end-fed half-wave, which actually has the transformer mounted about 2 or 3 feet above ground and tied to that ground, and then it strings up into the air. Most people feed them going the other direction. So I'm using this antenna in a slightly non-conventional method, I believe, but it's working extremely well, and I am happy with it thus far. So I hope to get a better copy on you later as time goes on. And maybe now that I realize I could get by with less power, I don't even need 40 watts, I can probably turn it down to a little bit less. Of course, then I got to readjust the audio, because I'll end up 40, 45, 35 watts. I don't want to readjust the audio to make up for the a little smaller carrier. So anyway, all right, take care, 7-3s, and I'll look you up, and we'll see if I can get out there on 3870 or 3885 as well, and see what's going on out here. I love AM. I don't do sideband. I don't do CW. I don't do any of the digital modes. I'm 100% amplitude modulation. I love AM, and I don't think there's any other kind of radio. Take care, 7-3s, LTT, W7 LTT, KC6, MFX, Santa Maria, California. Take care, 7-3s.
Very good, John. W7 LTT. I just have some nice vehicles. I have a 59 Chevelle, too. It helps me, all hot rods, no headers. Even got glass. I also have a 1970 Dodge Challenger. All the short circuit waste and that's what we're thinking about. Also, I have a brand new car. I wanted something modern and fast. And it was a Tesla Model 3 high performance. And that's great. Oiling on it. I'm old-fashioned. I like the muscle look. Power. Stuff like your guy. Pretty fast. That car will do 40 miles of flat. Would do, I would do 20. So, actually, front fast. Anyway, last week's cars. I'm going to do this last car shows. All that stuff. So, we had a lot of fun with cars. Also, a radio DJ. Was a radio DJ, now he's a mobile DJ. Play music for the car shows here locally here. So I'm very active, and yeah, you sounded really good. And you team up pretty strong too. You hit me 30 over 9. So great signal. 77 LCG. Check out the cars. Over.
All right, very good. Well, yeah, the Chevelle, I've had a whole lot of nice cars. I won't even touch on most of them, but the current car I have, I've got a 75 Jeep Cherokee that I put a Cummins 6-cylinder in it with a Brownie box and the whole bit, the 355 rear end, and it's kind of an interesting contraption. But the Chevelle is a 468 cubic inch big block, and it's hydraulic roller valve train, AFR 305cc cast heads, naturally aspirated, fuel injected. I've got a turbo 350 transmission behind it with Mike's transmission hard parts. Got a gear bender's overdrive behind that, and a Moser rear end with dual, with the 4-wheel disc brakes all the way around. And I did the custom front suspension travel myself, and I did the custom instant center for the pitch rotation myself, as the car is made not for the drag strip, but I made it for the street. And so I really wanted something that would, that would hook up on the poor coefficient of friction of the asphalt. And so I designed a Chevelle to do just that. It's a 4,000-pound car with me and a half a tank of fuel. And it puts a lot of weight per square inch on the rear tires. I use 295 60-15 drag radials. And the car turns 1.72 60-foot times with the front wheels up in the air on the street. And, high 10s in the quarter mile, 1095s, 1098s in the quarter mile on pavement. So it's a lot of fun to drive. Definitely a very cool car, and it, fuel injected, and it's tuned up really nice. I can drive it. It's got great street ability. But when you put your foot to it, it dead gets. So it works really, really well. You say you did some DJing work for the local car shows as well? So active in both the DJ world and in the ham radio world and the car world. Very, very good. Cool. Exciting stuff. All right. Well, definitely look forward to seeing more of the collection eventually. Take care. And this is KC6 MFX Santa Maria. Back to you.
Cars at 36 Plymouth, 31 Model A, hot rod. Plenty of cars, plenty of toys here, plenty of videos, room full of great locals here. How to get them back on. That's the cellular radio switch. Well, there's a lot of people out there that have AM, and I'm trying to round them up on a northwest AM like that. And there's a lot of places. So, all right, John, have a good day. On Monday,
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll look forward to, like I said, that sounds like quite the collection of cars there. And, yeah, I'll definitely look forward to, let me find monitor, let me clear over here. My monitor radio is, I've got a piece of coax hanging off the monitor radio, and I don't get enough of my own signal in the headphones to really monitor my signal very well. I don't have enough RF over here. I got an efficient antenna, but I can't hear myself locally. I've got a lot of noise on my receiver. Anyway, okay, sounds good. Take care, 7-3s. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to other bands, other times, and looking at more of the car collection here in the near future. And I'll clear the frequency here, let room for somebody else to get in there, and have a little bit of fun. I appreciate the signal report and the audio report. And again, this is just a really cheap little station. I think the radio is about $179. I keep the modulation is just a PC with a UM2 Behringer audio interface. The microphone is a Behringer UM1 microphone, and the link between the computer and the transmitter is a little board called a modulator, and it basically gives you full control over your DC carrier set point, your positive and your negative peaks. And in this situation right here, I'm keeping it right at a real hard, dense 95% negative peaks and about 125% positive peaks, 120 to 125 right now. And so that's what we're doing. And have a wonderful evening, or day, I should say. It's only 10:48 in the morning. So have a great afternoon and enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend to its fullest. Take care, 7-3s. W7 LTT KC6 MFX, Santa Maria, California.